Hello people, I am Jabby Kuwait, joined by Megan Elizabeth Kelly. She has not been to India, but she really, really wants to. So you guys, you hit her up on Instagram and you sent her the locations she should visit during this hot, hot summer season. We're gonna look at BHAVESH, Joshi Superhero, the official teaser starring Harshvardhan, Kapoor, and it's written and directed by Vic Ramaditya Motwane. I'm saying his name terribly. I apologize. Vic Ramaditya. Vic, I'm sorry. Anwar Kashyap was a writer on this, which gets me extra excited because, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of his. So I am looking forward to seeing what this is all about.
हीरो पैदा नहीं होता, बनता है। अपने साथ वो कोई तूफान नहीं लाता, भीड़ में तो वो पहचाना भी नहीं जाता। वो अंधेरे में घबराता नहीं, दीवारों पे आकर रुकता नहीं, झूठ से बनी दुनिया में सच बोलने की क्रांति करता है, काली दुनिया में खुद रोशनी बनकर आता है, 100 बार मर के भी वापस आता है सिर्फ ये बताने कि बुराई चाहे कितनी भी ताकतवर हो, अच्छाई को कोशिश नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए, बस लड़ता है सच्चाई के लिए, इंसाफ के लिए।
मेरा नाम भावेश जोशी है और मैं अभी भी जिंदा हूं।
Interesting.
Wow.
I'm getting like Daredevil feels from that in a sort of Dark Knight style, as well as V for Vendetta, but more so than anything else Daredevil, because it feels like a real person who's just got this kind of edge on humans. Daredevil is not like a superhero, but he's got this ability to he's a hypersensitive hearing and whatnot, to the point that it's like he can see you. I don't know anything about his strength. When I watched the show, it seemed like he was pretty human otherwise. He had more just willingness and resilience than anything else, but it seems like the same kind of thing here, where it's a guy who's just fighting injustices. I like the style of it.
Cinematography looks really good.
I'm not super familiar with Indian martial arts fighting styles, and I apologize for that in advance. But what I did see that is familiar to me were things that I noticed from the likes of Muay Thai kickboxing and Filipino Eskrima. They did the stick fighting and they were hitting the elbows against the walls and whatnot. In Muay Thai kickboxing, if I recall correctly, in hardcore circles, like they will give you like a log with rope on it, and you spend like a year or 6 months just hitting it with your elbows and punching it and kicking it with your shins until the rope breaks, and then you're ready to train. Like it's that kind of hardcore.
Wow.
You're basically building up the calluses so that your body's stronger and can deal with more damage than your average person. This guy's obviously trained in the art of ass kicking.
Yeah, seriously.
It looks cool. It feels very inspired by the films I mentioned earlier. I can't say that for certain, obviously. Maybe there are Indian films that this is taking inspiration from. If there are, please do let me know in the comments. Just stylistically, those are the ideas that are coming to mind. And maybe even a little bit of Old Boy, just a little bit. When they're doing the Eskrima stuff, it has the look of Old Boy. Old Boy is a Korean film. That hammer fight sequence, it's not quite as brutal as that, obviously. This is just a training sequence here, but it's just the things that are coming to mind is what I'm just kind of spitting off the top of my head. I'm very intrigued by this. I definitely want to see more. I love the style of it. I'd like to know a little bit more about his origin. Obviously, I'm hoping the trailer doesn't give away too much. I want to leave some mystery for watching the film itself. The glowing eyes thing is interesting because
it shocked me at first when he like turned around. I was like, oh wow.
I hope that what I'm about to say doesn't come off as like mean in any way, but like it has kind of a cheap look to it, but I like that about it. It's as if your neighbor just who's not like a super craftsman like Batman just tried his best to put together something to hide it, to conceal his identity, and yet look intimidating the way Batman would look. Almost like in Daredevil season 1, he didn't have anything special, so he just put basically a do-rag over his head and covered his eyes up. It has that kind of feel to it where it feels kind of raw in a way, and it's not super high tech, even though that is kind of like how the hell does he see? Like, is he where the eye
That's what I was
holes?
trying to figure
You know,
out.
I almost wonder if maybe he's blind like Daredevil. Obviously, you know, they didn't tell us too much about this dude. I am super intrigued by this. I think it looks super cool. I think the monologue is what reminded me of Dark Knight also.
Yeah, throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
The narration reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah, Dark Knight had a heavy hand of philosophy and in its kind of narrative monologue, especially towards the end of Dark Knight with Commissioner Gordon talking. It's not the hero we deserve, it's the hero we need, or whatever it was that they said. I've just messed up that quote.
I'm just really fascinated by the way it was like constructed because it does have that sort of vibe of those movies where it's just kind of like all meshed together.
Yeah.
I really like the lighting and everything. I'm pretty excited about this.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please be sure to check out Megan Kelly on the social media. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not already, check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Javi Kuwait. This is
Megan Kelly.
Peace out.